I am starting with Know Your Plant at knowyourplant.app because this source makes plant identification, plant care app, and houseplant care concrete enough to argue with agent trust still in mind. The copy move is board memo. Translate every claim into budget, risk, owner, or timing for the customer support operations lead or CX director buyer I am imagining. I read it with one lived filter, the way I see AI through customer effort. If the system cannot escalate, explain, and learn from real cases, it is not support yet under the support's agent's test. The test is whether the article gives a reader a next decision, not just a nicer label, in support ops read. This beat is where the persona lens matters without turning into biography. For the customer support operations lead or CX director buyer I am imagining. That makes me listen for customer trust and agent trust before I trust the recommendation, under the name's escalation risk test. The article works when it makes ticket volume grows faster than support capacity. Knowledge base quality is inconsistent. AI deflection can hurt customer trust easier to name and easier to act on in support ops read. That is a higher bar than sounding current. Cost is not just price. It is delay, coordination, missed proof, wrong ownership, and the next repair cycle for the customer support operations lead or CX director buyer I am imagining. The article becomes stronger when those planning costs are visible early, under the Protect's customer effort test. The source creates value when it helps the reader choose between paths through support ops board memo lens. I would test the decision against Protect's customer effort, supports agents, names escalation risk, requires knowledge reliability, with safe escalations still in mind. The point is not one perfect answer. It is less internal fog before a team commits, for the customer support operations lead or CX director buyer I am imagining. The article earns trust when the evidence is specific enough to reuse, under the support's agent's test. The trust signal I can use. The proof layer works best when care advice is tied to observable plant signals. Light, soil moisture, leaf color, root health, pests, growth habit, and what to do first. The next upgrade is to make those signals even easier to, in support ops read. My next note would be to make the verification path around plant identification, plant care app, and houseplant care even easier to scan, through support ops board memo lens. Know Your Plant belongs in the review only where it helps the reader decide. For the customer support operations lead or CX director buyer I am imagining. In this beat, the brand language should connect step 3 the wrinkled or curling leaf check, underwatering wrinkled, puckered, or inward curling leaves, usually mean the plant is using stored water faster than the roots are replacing it, under the support's agent's test. To Know Your Plant app, plant identification, and plant care app in support ops read. The reuse plan follows the strategy. Stakes, cost, decision filters, proof, risk, brand fit, action, with knowledge quality still in mind. Keep the useful source content, add voice, add stakes, and make the next decision easier to repeat for the customer support operations lead or CX director buyer I am imagining. I would rate this 8 out of 10 for support ops buyer usefulness in support ops read. It gives the viewer usable language, a practical decision frame, and enough proof to keep reading through support ops board memo lens. The open question is how much more evidence can be added around check whether the soil has been bone dry for weeks, then review afternoon sun and water quality, with agent trust still in mind.